Hi guys, so this is the start of my small little fodder series. I'm going to show you how I do it. Now, I may do it different than other people. This is just kind of something that I came up with by myself. The frames and the other things I use again are just stuff that I came up with out of my own little pea brain. So we'll start with my buckets. What I have here is just a 5-gallon bucket. And I went in, and I don't know if you can see the holes in it. So I use this as a sieve. I filled this one with the barley seed. I'm still, I guess it'd be a little over a week ago, I gave myself a concussion putting a T-post in. I have a shoulder injury, and I was pounding the T-post in like this, and on the last one, when I got to right here, my shoulder just gave way, and it just landed right on top of my head. So yeah, the headaches are worse, are less, the dizziness is less, but my concentration is not perfect. So, and right now the humidity is, we don't get humidity. We just don't. It's normally, so the sweat is just up. All right, so back to the subject at hand. So, hold on, I forgot my scooper. This is the scoop I use, and this will be. I'll fill the bucket up tonight. It won't be completely up, but I'll show it today. I'll show you how we did it, and I think I probably did 4 scoops. It's been a few months since I did it, but I'll fill the bottom one, the one with holes. And when you do the holes, if you do it this way, just whatever seed you use, just make sure your holes are a little smaller than your seed. And you can use most seeds. I use barley. Okay, I'm sorry, the cat's gotta go. I'm dying. I use barley because it's the quickest sprouting, and it'll be done in like 6 to 7 days. It it sprouts at a cooler temperature. I used it this winter, and I had good results between 55 and 60 degrees for the sprout. Oats takes a longer, 12 to 14 days for full growth, and a much warmer temperature to sprout. Sunflower seeds, that's about in between, which the black oil sunflower seeds do sprout pretty nice. It's been a while since I did wheat, so I can't honestly say the sprouting time or the temperature on wheat. I'm suspecting it's probably somewhere in between barley and oats. But when you go to get your seed, I get my seed from my local feed store. Just make sure you're getting whole seed. What I have today, what I'm going to be using, because it's quicker, and I have 4 animals that are not out on pasture, 2 pig, 2 goats, and one of my rams. So I'm not wanting to pay for hay right now, and I'm also wanting to get all the bugs worked out of my fodder shells, because I would like to really work hard at adding this to all my animals' diets. So, all right, we'll get started on this, and then I will show you how I do my totes, what I put the seeds in. So, hold on just a second, and we'll grab my barley. Can you see me? So what I have back here is a 55-gallon, I guess a 50-gallon roughneck garbage can on wheels. And it works nice because it's I can move them around, it's manageable. Sorry about my roosters. They're actually all going into a new pen tonight. I have, I think, 6. I'm reducing my chicken flock. My neighbor is, she's gonna get into chickens. So here's what the barley looks like. Now this is whole barley, and we just dump it into the bucket. So here you go. It's in the bucket. So then I take it and I drop it in this next bucket. So it's got a double bucket. The bottom bucket is solid. And make sure, yeah, had to make sure it wasn't the cracked one. So then I have, and of course I forgot to set it all up. I have a water faucet in here. This is where I use to water my fodder. You'll see it regularly. This is what you get for not being prepared. All right, come on. There it goes. Whoops. Okay, sorry about that. So I use just a wand, and I also added a shut-off valve on it because I will be watering up on the top. I'll show you in a little bit. And it makes it nice that I don't end up with water all over my barn. So now we just fill it up. I usually soak the first batch for 24 hours. And then what I'll do is I run them 3 totes per shell. And I will set up the first row on the first day, second row on the second day, and so forth, so that not all my fodder is ready to go the same day, so that I can feed this amount, and then the next day this amount, and so on, and eventually all of these will be filled. Okay, so you want to make sure it's completely full. Now some people suggest a little bit of bleach. I haven't really ran into that problem of having spoilage or bacteria or anything like that build up in it. If you're in a hotter area, like a cap full of bleach into your water will help with any kind of molding. Then I just kind of take and reach in and stir it around. Make sure, whew, my water's cold. It's all incorporated. There's no dry spots or anything. So that'll sit for 24 hours. Just a second, I'll turn the camera down so that you can see what it looks like. Let's see, can you? Oh, I have to get it closer. But this will sit for 24 hours and soak up the water. Probably I'll come out later this evening and, and check it, because lots of times the seeds will absorb the water in absorb a lot of the water in about 6 hours. So then I fill it up so that it's completely covered, and so tomorrow at this time I'll do a live on the farm page. And the reason I'm doing it this way, doing this first section on the YouTube, I'll post it to the farm page and to the homesteading page, is so tomorrow, after everybody's seen this, I think I'll probably do it about, what time is it? About 3. That's a good time. You can ask any questions on the live, and we can answer them right away for you, or I can answer them right away for you. I have a little guy in my pocket, sorry, not funny. But you'll be able to watch the video, and if you have any questions, tomorrow we can get them answered. And then if you ask any questions that I don't have the answer to, I can do a little research and help you out. In really hot parts of the world, this is becoming very popular. Come on, dude, film me. Because they don't have grazing pasture. So there's companies that have built completely contained trailers They water, they have UV lights, and they're completely automated. All you do is put your seed in, turn it on, and it's on conveyor belts, and it just shifts around so that all the seed is getting... Would you stop? We are getting the lights from the UV rays, or from the UV lights. And you get an alert on your phone, on your computer, saying your feed is ready to go. And most of those, they're doing it in, they look like gutter, you know, things, gutters. That's what they look like. Usually they're in long sections that look like gutters. Okay, so I'm going to get a couple of my totes, and I might even show you how I put it in, then I'll just put it back in the bucket. But let me get a couple of them. Alright, so earlier I came out and cleaned up, took everything out. I normally wipe everything down, but I haven't got to it yet today. So we're just going to pretend like these are nice and clean. So this is a 28 quart tote. You can get them at Walmart for about $7, or at least last winter that's what they cost. Things have really gone up, so they could be more expensive. And what I did is I took a piece of welding rod. And I had my wood stove going, and I took a pair of pliers and I put the welding rod into the fire, got it really smoking hot, and then I poked these holes because it's very important for your drainage that the water doesn't sit in your tote for too long. You want it to be there for long enough to keep the seed wet, but you don't want it to sit and sour. Okay, I have two competing roosters here, and yeah. So you guys know I rescue a lot of animals, right? So several years ago I rescued about, I don't know, 17 roosters with the intention of butchering them. And the day I got them, it was about 70 degrees. So I brought them home, put them in a temporary, because I didn't get home till late. And because everywhere I go, there's no place close that's not an hour away. So I put them in a temporary pen. Next morning I woke up to snow and like 32 degrees. It was freezing. So the roosters just got let loose. So I have about, I don't know, 15 roosters that actually coexist very nicely. They live together. Every once in a while we have a little bit of fighting, but yeah, they're just pretty. So they get to live their life out here because by now I've become kind of attached to them. So yeah. All right, so this is the totes, and I'll go ahead and show you how I do fill them up and stuff. I think this one's a little cleaner. And then I'll just put it back in. I'll just put it back in. Now, I had a coffee creamer container that I had holes drilled in so that I could drain it out, but I don't have that anymore apparently, so we'll just kind of... It fit better in it. So what I do, and I'll show you better, but this is just to give you an idea. So if you have any questions tomorrow, we can discuss it and you can have an idea of what I'm doing. Okay, so I just taken, you want a decent amount of seed in there because you want a nice layer of grass. So that's not quite enough. We're going to need more. And that's why the coffee creamer thing works good, because it fits in really nice. And the holes, I can drain it out a little bit. So, and you want to make sure, this, you'll see why I use the gardening wand, the water wand. Because you want it to stay as flat as possible. You don't want lumps and bumps in it, because once it starts to root, that's where it's at. And it grows better if you have a nice large area, so there's no bare spots. So what you end up with is nice mat of roots. And the animals will eat the roots. They'll eat everything. When this is done, there is no waste. So, just so that you can see, these slide in like this. Here, we'll move this over so you can see better. Okay, these slide in like this. And what I'll do tomorrow is this whole layer all the way up, I think there's 6 layers, will have a container. And I have a vis-a-vis dry erase marker that I mark on the days. Every day I move it so I know how many days. And something I've discovered that helps is I rotate them. So every morning when I come out to water them, being as warm as it is, I'll be watering twice a day. So there'll be a number 1 here. And I'll take it out, switch it around. Well, so you can see there's, I probably can't, but there's a 3 right there from earlier this year. And then I'll put the 2 here. And then I'll water it. And then the next day, I'll turn it around again. And I'll put a 3. So that I can be sure of what day I'm on. And that all my totes have been rotated. I don't know what the rotating does. I guess it gets, equal sunlight. I don't know. But that, I've noticed that works the best. So then what we'll do, and I'm not going to do this because I haven't got my, I have totes like this that go on the bottom that don't have holes in them. They catch the water coming down, and then I just dump the water. So what I'll do is up at the top, way up here, I will go ahead and I'll fill the top tote, very top tote. I'll fill it about 3 inches probably full of water. And I'll do that on all of them. And then as it drains down, it slowly fills each container up. And they probably have, I don't know, it probably takes 10 minutes for it to drain. So each layer gets a good soaking of the water. And then the catch tote will catch all the water. And the next watering, I'll pull those totes out. And depending on, the first couple times I probably won't because it's hard to get all the dirt out of them. I'll just dump the water out. But what I do is I recirculate that water. So I pull it out, dump it into something smaller, and then dump it back up again. It's easier with just the hose, and then you just dump the water outside or down your drain or whatever you have. I mean, you probably use it to water your chickens or your goats or whatever. It's going to have some nutrition in it, I'm sure. But that's how we do it. And like I said, it takes 6 to 7 days to have pretty green grass. And then we will, I'll take, when they're fully sprouted, and we have, I wait till it's as tall as the tote. I pull it out. I have a big pair of shears. I cut it into smaller pieces because I've noticed that if I leave it in one big lump, they tend to leave the roots. But if I cut it into smaller pieces and put it into a dish, they tend to eat all of it. Now, all you need is 2% of the animal's body weight to be fed. If chickens, you get a treat. So, let's say you have a 100-pound goat that you're feeding. All you need is 2 pounds of, right? 10%, yeah, is 2 pounds of this fodder. If my math is wrong, tell me because I am, yeah. But what I do is each animal will get at least one tote, one full tote with minerals added. If they're low on weight, they'll get some extra grain or beet pulp flakes in it to help up the protein level of it. And that's how we do it. So tomorrow, I'll show you on the live. Well, I guess you've seen how I do it. So tomorrow, if you have questions, you can go to, if you're not following my farm page, you can go to Glen Keep on Facebook, and we will have daily live chats about the fodder. I'll show you how I water it, and you can see the progress. So what do they say? Like and subscribe, and check out my farm page. Again, it is Glen Clova Keep on Facebook. I will attempt to get all the links put in the description. I'm still learning how to do all this stuff, so bear with me, and like and follow, share if you know someone this can help with. Also, I run Canning Rebels, and it's another Facebook group that is all about canning, and we have a whole family of groups, homesteading to quilting. So if you're interested in any of the old style stuff, and old style stuff with a mix of the new technology, that's a good way to describe the groups. Come on over and check it out. If you do go to any of the Facebook groups, please tell me where. Please say where you heard about us. Let me know that if you found it on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna head out. I gotta go round the sheep up. It's time for them to go back in their main pen. You guys have a wonderful day. I hope that you have beautiful blue skies. Unlike me, I have another rainstorm coming in. So it was great sitting with you guys and chatting about this. I hope that I can help some of you learn an alternative way of feeding your livestock, because this can be fed to anything from chickens to horses. It is an all-purpose way to feed. It is not completely self-sustainable because you do have to buy the grain, and but other than that, you can grow your own. All you need is a water source and a shelf of some sort. So like and subscribe, and check out my farm page, Glen Clova Keep. It's on Facebook, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.